glad you're here. I have a seat waiting for you. It's right there. Just back it up and have a seat right there. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, hi, my name is Audrey, and I'm a psychic medium. And I talk a lot about spirit on my channel, a lot of crime talk among women's issues and a lot of other things. Pretty much, though, led by spirit and information from spirit. So I want to talk about something different today, a little bit different. But before we get into it, if you can please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the video. So easy to do. It's there for you to use. It's free. It's free, you guys. Doesn't cost anything. I don't know who you are. I mean, this isn't tracked or anything. You're not selling your name. Nothing like that. The only time I will interact with you is if you leave a comment and I can respond or, give you a like and give you a heart or whatever. So please know this is a safe place. This is a mostly female-based channel. Why? I don't know. That's just how it's ended up, YouTube's a funny thing. You think you're going to start your channel doing this, but then it ends up being something completely different. And that's okay. It's organic. It's fluid. It moves. I'm open to suggestions from you guys. So feel comfortable being here. Okay. That's most important to me right now is your comfort. So just relax. Everything's fine. And I want to talk about something different today. Sorry. By the way, if you like my jewelry, these are 1980s vintage. Can you believe the 80s is vintage? I can't believe it. Anyway, these are vintage Trifari earrings. I believe they're Trifari. If they're not, they're still vintage. And they're from the 80s. Other stuff I have on, Joan Rivers. This is Trifari, Joan Rivers here. Check out my jewelry website. Lots of price ranges from $25 and up. Have a look. Mother's Day's coming. Graduations are coming. Weddings are coming. So many reasons and excuses to use to buy some jewelry today. So check that out for me. I appreciate it. And then also find me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram information. Check me out there. You can see hubby. You can see Johnny. You'll see Ben, my son Benjamin here and there. What we're up to, what we're eating, where we're going, that kind of stuff. So check me out there. Okay, so today's video was literally going to be a continuation on the Madeleine McCann disappearance murder case. Here comes spirit, you guys. I swear to God, this happens every single freaking time. When spirit comes in, they take my throat. I don't know why they take my throat. I need my throat, you guys. Please find somewhere else to choke me out some other way. All right, so I was going to talk about the McCann case, but I got a comment last night on my last video, and it really touched me. And I thought, ooh, this is such a deep can of worms that I would be opening if I reply to this comment. And guess what? I'm opening a can of worms. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. I am transparent. I talk about my eating disorders and all my other freaking disorders and my mental health issues and all of that because it's important for me to let the rest of the world know, you know what? You're not alone. We're all suffering. We're all suffering in one way or another, maybe a little suffering or maybe a lot of suffering. But it's important to remember you are never alone. There are people just like you out there all over the place, probably in the line at Target, on the freeway. You just don't know it. But the more readings I've done, the more I realize everyone's life is similar in that there's confusion, there's trust issues, there's insecurities. You know, we have all these negative things in our life. And, but today I want to talk about the comment that was left for me. Let me shine up my glasses. It's from Marlene Nelson. And Marlene, I hope you don't mind that I'm letting everyone know about your comment. I mean, it is a public comment and I want to address it. I think it's very, very important. So I've printed it out here in really large writing so I can see it. Marlene Nelson writes, I was wondering, how did you get to the point of being okay with yourself? I know you said you had an eating disorder at one point. I have had the same struggles and admire how confident you are with yourself. Can you share how you got to this point? Thanks for all you do. Love your content. So thank you, Marlene. Thank you. And I'm sorry you've suffered with some of this garbage that I've suffered with. Now, let me preface something here. I may be cussing in this video, so apologies if that's offensive, but I might do it. I might just do it because it's a part of my emotion with this subject that I'm going to be talking about today. It's very personal. It's very emotional. Here comes Spirit. I don't know who this is. I'm going to be talking about myself, Spirit. So I don't know who this is, but I have my own notes. So I don't know who this is. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I might cuss. I probably will. I kind of feel like it's coming already, honestly, because there's things that have made me angry, lots of anger. So before I talk about how I got to this comfortable point in myself, I need to give you my background, short version. Now, my novel that I'm writing is all about this. I mean, right now, I just wrote all these notes just real quick. And it's like, I can't even write everything because there's so much. It's in the book. So when the book's ready, I'll let you know. You'll have to buy the book as well. But we're going to get into this. We're going to get into the nitty gritty and the ugly parts of growing up and how our family has influenced us and made us feel like crazy people. So, what have I done? How have I gotten to this place of peace and acceptance within myself? I'm aging. You know, I'm fine with who I am. I could go get surgery. I've had a ton of plastic surgery. I've had a breast reduction. I've had a tummy tuck. I've had liposuction. I've had a mommy makeover. My vagina has been turned into a virgin, literally. It got all fixed. I've had surgery down there to pretty everything up. Because after having 3 9-pound babies, you know, my bladder and uterus got pretty wrecked out and I needed to have some reconstructive surgery down there. So, had that done. I've had lip injections. I don't know how many times. I've had Botox. I don't know how many times, 15 years worth of Botox. I've had Restylane. I've had acid put in right here, to create collagen. I've had Restylane down here. What else have you had? I don't know. I would love some eye tattoos, actually. I've spent a lot of money on myself. And I see the aging. I do. I see it. It's a little uncomfortable for me right now, I have to say. Once I came through menopause, really started seeing changes. Even in the last 3 years, it's like, my God, what happened to me in 3 years? I look very different. But let me give you some background on who I am, what I went through, okay? So I grew up with young parents My parents were 19 and 20 when they had me. I have an older brother, so my parents were in high school when they had him. And my dad has always been religious. He was in a cult from the time I can remember until I was 18 or 19 years old. Excuse me. It's the bubbly water, sorry. And I'm not going to get into all the fine details about being raised by a man that's in a cult, by a mother who's born Catholic because she's Hispanic, and the conflict that was causing in my childhood for me and my brother, and the fighting they would have. And it was a very, very stressful part of my life. There's so much, and it's in the book, and I've written about my experiences with this. It's awful. It was awful. We didn't celebrate Christmas. We didn't celebrate Easter. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. We couldn't talk to my dad from Friday night sunset to Saturday night sunset. And, it's just ridiculous. My parents never told me they loved me. Ever. My dad does now. My dad's completely a different person. Never got hugged as a child. Never got hugged. I was made to walk home at 5 years old during the 70s when those molester vans, those big vans that molesters would drive and abduct kids with, those were all over the place. I was scared to death to walk home at 5 years old. My mom didn't work. Why couldn't she come and get me from school? How many blocks is that? It's about 3 blocks. And every day walking home from school, I'm thinking at 5 years old, what is wrong with my mother? What kind of woman is this? What kind of mother do I have that she won't even come pick me up? Doesn't care. I ended up in the hospital as a young child. She didn't care. That's a big part of my book too. She didn't care. I was there alone. And also that was a big memory for me of interacting with spirit, probably for the first or second time. Big interaction with spirit there that changed my life at the hospital when I was 5. And the amount you weigh, how much you weigh, has always been an issue for my mom and my dad. They're both normal sized people. They're thin, I would say. My mom's not really thin anymore, but she's not fat. But I remember at 7 years old, why do I have a scale in my bathroom? My brother and I shared a bathroom. Why did my brother and I have a freaking scale in our bathroom? My parents had their own scale in their bathroom. And I remember getting on the scale one day, 7 years old, and I freaked out because the scale, instead of weighing, I don't know how much I weighed, 75 pounds. Instead of weighing 75 pounds, it was like 135. And this memory is as clear as day. Oh my God, I'm flipping out inside. So I run to the kitchen and tell my mom, or ask my mom, can Dad and I go ride bikes? I really feel like riding my bike today because I wanted to lose weight. Come to find out, the scale was just wrong. It was probably my brother. But you know how you can change the scale to make it kind of already have some weight on it, so it starts out higher before you even step on it? That's what happened. And I figured that out when I went back. And I'm like, oh, well, let me fix this and put it back on 0 so that when I step on the scale, I'll know how much I really weigh. Yeah, 75 pounds. All right, I don't need to go ride my bike today. Cancel that. No, thanks. No, we're not going to go bike riding. I don't need to do that. At 7 years old, so I'm stressed already my whole life about that. I become anorexic. starting around 8th grade is when I stopped eating. I started depriving myself of food. And I remember at one point in high school, I must have been a sophomore, and I was in the kitchen, starving to death, literally starving myself to death. I couldn't even swallow. I didn't even want to swallow my spit because I didn't want that in my body either. So many issues, you guys, just awful. I grabbed a potato chip. Now, even to this day, I'm not a chips person. I'm not into salty snacks. I like them, but I'll never buy them, you know. But I was starving, and I thought, you know what? Let me just try to nibble on a chip. Let's see if I can get a potato chip down. You know, I could kind of take a little nibble here and there. My mom comes in, and she's like, I thought you were on a diet. She should have been arrested for neglect. I should have been taken away from these people. And has it been 2 years? Almost 2 years, I guess. I was visiting my sister in Arizona with my husband. And my sister is a nurse. And we were just sitting out in her backyard. And she goes, oh, you want to know what Mom used to say to me? I'm 50 years old. I thought what? She said something to you? Because there's a big age difference between my brother and I, and then my 2 sisters. They're much younger than my brother and I. So from my viewpoint, my 2 younger sisters had a completely different childhood than my brother and I did. Completely different. And I'm like, what would she do to you? She goes, oh, well, for my 8th birthday, she bought cupcakes to take to school. And so we were in the car, she says, and I was holding the cupcake box. And when I got out of the car, Mom said, those cupcakes are for your friends and the teacher, not for you because you're fat. I wanted to cry. I never knew that. I never knew my sister was told that. I'm just disgusted. I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted. My sister is kind of anorexic, major eating disorder, can't stop exercising. She's one of those people, she can't stop. Literally cannot stop exercising and doesn't eat. She drinks, she doesn't eat. And I see in her what I saw in myself in my younger years. So we have a lot of that kind of dysfunction going on. And my sister and I were talking a lot about my mom and the dysfunction in the family. And, oh, did you know she did this? And, oh, this behavior means this. But my sister recommended this book to me. And so I read this book, and I have to be honest, it's difficult for me to read because it triggers me. It triggers memories. It's peeling back the layers of dysfunction. And I know you're gonna, if you get this book, it's just on Amazon, not sponsored. I don't get any money for recommending this book to anybody. Called Will I Ever Be Good Enough by Carol McBride. Healing the Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers. We hear a lot about narcissistic people, right? That's like our buzzword for the last 5 years or whatever. I didn't really ever know what that looked like. I didn't know what that meant. What are the signs? What are the symptoms of having a narcissistic parent? or more specifically, a narcissistic mother. What does that look like? Well, I'll tell you right now, my mom's face should be on the cover of What a Narcissist Is. Sorry, not sorry. It's the truth. I started dissecting my life. I saw a behavioralist for 1 year, Dr. Tucker. And it's kind of like therapy, but not so much. It's very specifically about my responses to my feelings. It was all about me and why did I react that way? Why do I think this way? Why when I do this do I feel like that? That's not normal. You know, my anxieties, my catastrophizing. Oh my God. The catastrophizing is exhausting. When you blow up a situation into something it's absolutely not, but airplane. It's hard, but I will tell you, and I write about this in the book, going to that doctor for the 1 year changed my life. I have agoraphobia, but I am medicated and I'm therapied. I've had therapy for my agoraphobia. That means I can't leave the house. I couldn't leave my bedroom. It was hard for me to leave my bedroom to go to the bathroom. Okay. Disabled, completely disabled. And, I was 40 years old when I was seeing this doctor. Was he a doctor? Yeah, he's a doctor. And I wanted to change. I wanted it so bad. I didn't want to be that miserable, pathetic, weak, scared woman anymore. I didn't want that life anymore. And I decided, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Whoever you are, making me miserable, whether it's my mom, my dad, whatever in life is making me, even myself, miserable, you got to go. I decided at the end of that 1 year with the doctor, I am going to finally go somewhere by myself. I couldn't even go to McDonald's by myself. I couldn't go through drive-through by myself because my heightened awareness of everything has always been up here. I couldn't take anything. I couldn't handle anything. Don't look at me the wrong way because I might cry and start yelling. I don't know. That's how I was. So my awareness has always been up here. Well, through therapy over time, I was going through all these things and figuring things out. I was able to calm the hell down. Calm down. What are you doing to yourself, Audrey? Stop it. For God's sake, breathe. Everything's okay. So I got my energies down here. And I felt empowered. I felt brave. I decided, you know what? I've always wanted to go to England. And I booked by myself, a trip by myself to England for a week. I've never been overseas. I'm recovering agoraphobic. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go into Costco. It's like I'd walk into Costco and I look down the aisles. It's like, I can't get there. I can't get down there to the end. I can't. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to faint. I can't go in there. And I just got sick of the stress and the sweating of nervousness of trying to go grocery shopping. No. I don't want that life anymore. No, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care anymore. So I booked the trip to England. Okay, so I didn't know how to do anything in England because England's very complicated. If you've never been to England or a European city, I don't know what to do. So I booked a shuttle to take me to my hotel. Don't do that. Just take the tube. The tube is fantastic. I booked a side trip with a guide to go to Paris. Because I figured, what the hell? I'm already all the way over there, 6,000 miles away. I'll just do a day trip. So I booked a day trip. It was an uncomfortable trip for me. Taking the train under the water, not knowing anyone. It was all couples or families together. I was the only person by myself. I had some flashcards for cheat sheets to speak French. That changed my life. Standing at the top of the Eiffel Tower by myself, looking out over a country I had never been to. I don't know anyone remotely close by. Nowhere, anywhere. I was having a little bit of panic, but I survived, and I faced that fear, and I survived. I didn't pass out. I didn't faint. My world didn't come to an end. I didn't die. And when I got home, I was different. And I've never looked back. I've never been the same again. Like I said, I've traveled to England so many times by myself. I've been all over the world by myself. I can do it, and I know that. And that's helped me hugely empower myself, and I know that I'm okay. So I've always been in therapy. My needs have changed over the years. I have an incredible psychiatrist. I've been with him. I think he's younger than me too, which is kind of weird. It's like, I mean, he's not like a lot younger than me, but I don't know. Just as you're growing up, it's like, what do you know that I don't know? Or, vice versa. So he prescribes my medications, my psychiatrist, but then I have a therapist at that office where I just talk about other things. Dr. Joe. And with both my psychiatrist and my therapist, as a team, they're on the same page. It's the same company. It's in the same office. It's in the same location. We dissected my life. Okay, let's start at this age. Okay, let's talk about elementary school years. Where were you at? How was your behavior in this age or this grade? What were your challenges at this grade? How did you react to these things going on in your life, whether it was at school or at home at this age? Okay, let's move to middle school. How are you different now? How are you handling things now? Why were you started responding in this negative way to yourself and starving yourself to death? Let's talk about that. And on to high school and first marriage, second marriage. What's happening? Who are you? What's going on? And really, I began to discover I'm okay. I'm okay. Now, I have this weird gift that I can talk to dead people. Technology is not the best. And my phone turned off the recording at 29 minutes. And I don't know how long after that I was talking. I think I was talking for a good 10 minutes. And I don't remember exactly where I left off exactly. So let me keep going. My energy's still up here talking about these things that I've been going through. So, having these abilities to talk to dead people has always been a challenge in my life. It's been confusing. I felt weird being that kind of person, but I'm not that way anymore. I just don't care. There's a lot I just don't care about. I apologize if I've already talked about this, but I was talking about my body, my surgeries, my breast reduction surgery, the liposuction, the tummy tuck, the mommy rejuvenation down there stuff that had to be tightened and lifted inside my body and all that. I've had a lot of surgery. I don't think I want surgery. I don't want more surgery right now. Yeah, I know my eyes are drooping and I know, this thing. And, I eat an eighth of what I used to eat in my 20s, but for some reason I weigh all this other weight. Menopause happens. I stopped looking in the mirror. That's what I did. I quit looking in the mirror. I'm okay with the way I am. My face is clean. I use a nice cleanser every day. I use some skincare on myself. I've gotten my hair done. I'm not wearing eyelashes anymore. I don't get my nails done anymore. Yeah, I've lost some of my sexy, but you know what? Being sexy isn't, I can't be, I could be sexy at 90. I'm just saying. I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm this other person now. I've changed. And you don't know how you're going to change as you go through time and age. And, we're only young for a small period of time. Most of our time on this planet is we're aging and dealing with those new things and challenges that come along with getting older, and you're 29, 39, 45. My 40s were fantastic, just by the way. My husband's really cute. Yesterday, he's like, oh, I have a phone number or an email for a girl nearby who does eyelashes for you. And it's like, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm just going to get some mascara. I'm all right. I don't feel like even going. That's just who I am right now. Maybe that'll change and I'll want long hair again. Maybe I'll want my long nails, the lashes. Maybe I will go back to that Audrey. My friends used to call her Tawdry. Tawdry was sassy, sexy, just attitude. What's up? Kind of person. But classy at the same time. Still classy. I never wear revealing clothing, but I was into my heels. I love my high heels so much. And my purses, I still have my purses. I love all my purses. So we change over time. And how did I get to the point where I'm at now where I'm comfortable? It's such a simple answer, but it's such a complicated answer. A lot of the reason is because I've done things. I've had the therapy. I've pushed myself to do things that were so uncomfortable, like the travel by myself. I don't want to have to take medication to get out of my house, but I have agoraphobia. I have to take medication or I won't leave the house. I have to take the medicine. So sometimes we have to do things we just wish we didn't have to, but if you don't do them, you're not going to have the life you deserve. This was the hand I was dealt. Fine. I'll take it. That's not the only choice I have. It's not what I was promised on the other side, and that's in my book, my pre-birth experience. But all right, well, I have to deal with what I have to deal with here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is driving me nuts. My phone keeps stopping. I don't know why. I have plenty of memory on there to record, but anyway, sorry. So yeah, if women look me up and down like, you shouldn't be here, maybe I am in the wrong place. Maybe I don't want to be with these kinds of people who are very judgy by your looks and the brand of clothes you're wearing. I don't care. I'm going to wear stretch pants for the rest of my life. That's what I like. That's what I enjoy. That's what makes me comfortable. I've never been a jeans person. Yes, I used to dress super cute all the time, but I just don't care anymore. I just don't care. Don't look at me then. I don't care. If I'm invisible, that's fine. Just, if you want to look me up and down like that, then, that's on you. I don't care. I don't care. I bought a minivan last month or 2 months ago. I never thought I would have a minivan. I had a Jaguar. I've had 2 BMWs. I used to be in car commercials, it's like, and I love my Honda minivan. I love it. I'm not losing myself. I mean, who knows what my next car will be? Maybe it will be a sports car. I don't know. I'm enjoying who I am today. This is who I am today. And honestly, I don't feel that people are looking at me up and down in the stores. I don't, whatever. In fact, yesterday at my husband's appointment, I was in the waiting area and there were a couple other ladies in there waiting as well. And I kind of looked at them once or twice and it's like, okay, they don't want to talk. That's all right. I'll just go on my phone and browse the internet. And there was a TV going in this waiting room. And one of the ladies, after about 15 minutes, she started commenting on the show that was on the TV. And then so we started talking. She didn't have a problem with me. And I didn't have jewelry on. Because we care about what other women think about us, don't we? And, how many of us have had to deal with jealousy over the years? And that's something people used to always tell me when I was younger and sexy. And people were like, she's just jealous of you. That's what's happening right now. That clique is jealous of you. And it's just so stupid. It's like, why? I just want to be their friends. They don't need to be jealous of me. I'm nobody. We're all the same. And this is something, please hear me. Just because somebody has a doctorate degree or a master's degree or an experience that makes them seem important, I don't care. You are not better than me. You are not better than my neighbor. You are not better than anyone else. Yes, maybe you have this education. It doesn't mean you're smarter. Sorry. It does not. It does not mean that. No. Because those are not the things that you need to survive in life. Book smarts is one thing. Having a title, yeah, that's cool. Sure, I'd like to be Dr. Audrey. For what? For why? Why do I need to be Dr. Audrey or Lady Audrey? I bought myself a ladyship. I did. I'll admit it. I'm see-through for you guys to know everything about me. I bought a piece of property to make me have a ladyship. Is it real? I don't know. I have a certificate. Whatever. It's in England. Yes, in Cumbria. Whatever. I used to, and I was telling my friend Shelly this. We were laughing about this the other day. I used to drive with my fur coat on in my Jaguar. I used to get a lot of attention. And it's like, well, why did I need that attention? Well, come to find out, I wanted the attention because I didn't get it as a child. So it all ties in together. It all ties in. Everything makes sense now. And, yeah. my husband and I have been to Vegas. When I used to go to Vegas with my girlfriends, we would look hot. We would have on skimpy dresses, the 5 or 6 inch heels. And we looked good. We looked very good. Okay. But that was then. I don't do that now. I could do it now. There's women my age dressing like that now. Good for you. You look good. And that's what, I compliment other women, not to them specifically, but like if it's my husband, I'll go, oh, I like her legs, or she has a nice butt, or, whatever. And I'm not trying to make him look at other women. He'll be like, no, whatever. He doesn't want to look at women. But it's like, no, I appreciate that about this woman. I love her nails. I really do. And he's like, well, ask her where she gets them done. No, I don't want to get them done. I'm just saying, I appreciate that. It looks very nice. It's attractive. I like that. I see that, So we change over time. Be who you want to be today and be confident about it. It doesn't mean you're going to be that person every day for the rest of your life. Maybe it's, like I said, maybe I'll let my hair grow out again. Maybe I'll go blonde. No, that'll probably never happen. Will I ever have plastic surgery? Maybe. We'll see. My daughter had plastic surgery. She's 29. She had this thing removed. I've had this since I was a little child. When I was probably 4 years old, we went to Disneyland, and my parents had one of those chalk artists do a chalk of me, a portrait, side view. Yeah, this was in there. Even when I had anorexia, this was in there. One doctor said, no, it's a tendon. He said, if I operate on that, you're not going to see anything different, really. So I'm like, all right, fine, that's fine. I looked into it, whatever. You do what you feel like you need to do for yourself. It's about you. What do you want? So, yeah, I could talk about this for hours, days. Let me know if you guys want me to talk more about this. Put your specific questions down below. I'm an open book, literally. You can ask me anything. If I feel it's inappropriate or just don't want to answer, I'll tell you. No offense. But I've laid everything about my life out there. So I'm an open book because I want you to learn from me to help you. So let me know if you want more of this kind of content. Just let me know. I'm here to help you. If my experience has helped, then that makes me feel good. But be confident who you are. Who cares if you have a tummy, if you have a big tummy, or if you have large thighs, or your hair's thinning and you don't like it? You know what? You should be loved any way you come. Okay, you guys, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Check out my jewelry website, vintageenvy.org, O-R-G. Okay, and then check me out on Instagram. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.